Hello, my name is Megan, and I just wanted to share our first story. The first place we are going to travel is Louisiana, and that is where Petite Rouge Riding Hood takes place. And this is a Cajun Red Riding Hood. And the author is Mike Artell, and the illustrator is Jim Harris. And before we start, I just want to pull up a very cool little web page I found that talks about how they got inspired to write this book. Petite Rouge means little red. Petite means small, and rouge means red. And so this just talks about how they had, different ideas for animals. They had a beaver they were thinking about, and then they tried a mouse and a raccoon. They were trying to find an animal that, lives in Louisiana, and the bear didn't work either. So eventually it turned out to be a duck. And you'll see what she does, but she goes through the swamp and she doesn't meet a big bad wolf. She meets somebody else. And did you know, to even make illustrations for this book, they actually went and visited different Cajun homes, Cajun people. They went to New Orleans. They visited, look at how this itty bitty house on the bayou looks just like the real houses. But there's all these different things from the book. So we're actually going to read, and I attached this site. So if you want to go back and check it out, you can. I just put it in the chat box and I'll put it on the event page. But this is Petite Rouge Riding Hood. Alrighty. So it goes a little something like this. And there are some Cajun words in here that I will share with you real quick before we even start reading it. So here are some words you might hear. Adieu means goodbye. Boudin is a type of Cajun sausage. And étouffée is a special dish that we have. I know in Mobile we have it, but in New Orleans they have it as well. And it just means literally smothered. So something else that is from this book is filet, and that is what we season gumbo and different Cajun dishes with. Grand-mère is a French word for grandma. Gumbo, we've all had gumbo. Mais oui means yes. Pirogue is a narrow flat canoe that is pushed or paddled through the bayou, marsh, or swamp. And s'il vous plaît is a French term for if you please. So you will hear all of those words as we read this story. Back in the swamp where that Spanish moss grow, I heard me a story from long time ago. In a little old house that been built out of wood, live a girl people call Petite Rouge Riding Hood. One day when her grandmère come down with the flu, Petite Rouge mama told her what she got to do. Take her this gumbo and 3 or 2 sweater, and some of this boudin gonna make her feel better. So there is Petite Rouge getting instructions from her mother. You can take the pirogue with that big long push pole. Then there's just one more thing that you need to know. Don't stop in the swamp. Don't you stop on the way, because the swamp's full of gators. Chia, that's what they say. So you can take that cat in the pirogue with you and bring yourself home just as soon as you through. Petite Rouge take that food and her cat Tejan too. Then jump in that pirogue like she told to do. Mama wave adieu, and Tejan he waved back as he float through the swamp where the water looked black. So there they are. And the pirogue, that's a special kind of boat. And look, Tejan's pushing it with a stick. So they're in the swamp, and the swamp water is very still and black. They can't really see to the bottom, so you don't know what's under there. They don't be gone long when they see by a stump a big long green log that got plenty of bump. That log it come close to the pea root and say, "Now what you doing out here? See vous play?" It was Claude, that old gator. Petite Rouge got a hunch that old Claude thinking he'd like to have her for lunch. "We taking this food to my grandmere," she say, "and I got me this pole, so you get out of the way." Petite Rouge is a little sassy, isn't she? Remember, s'il vous plaît means if you please. He says, "Now what you two doing out here? S'il vous plaît, if you please." "Pardon me, mademoiselle, I don't mean to be rude. I'm just thinking that maybe you share some of your food. A taste of that boudin or shrimp étouffée, that's all that I want, then I get out of the way." Petite Rouge raised that pole way up high in the air, and she looked at old Claude and she give him a stare. "I'm counting the tree, and if you still there, this pole gonna hit you where you part your hair." And when she say one, old Claude back out of the way. He know that the girl sure enough mean what she say. Ooh, sassy. Then little Petite Rouge pushed that Pierrot again, and old Claude closed his eyes, and old Claude started to grin. "I got an idea, and I know what to do. I'll give me that food and that little girl too." That gator swim fast and then quick as the mouse. He up on the porch of old Grandmare's house. Wonder what he's gonna go up in her house and do. He opened the door and then stick in his head, and then he see Grandma Mare asleep in the bed. He try to tiptoe so she don't hear no sound, but his tail bumped a shelf and 2 cups fall down. When they hit the floor, crash! It break both them cup, and Grandmere, she hear it, and Grandmere, she wake up. "Sacree!" she exclaimed. "I know this ain't right." Then she run in the closet and locked that door tight. "Ha ha," old Claude laughed. "You can't hide, that's okay. In fact, it's more better with you out of the way." So there she is in the bed, and she hears a ruckus. So she decides to hide in the closet. Claude put on the nightgown and Grandma's nightcap, then jumped into bed like he taking a nap. He pulled up them covers round his big old green head and pretend that his Grandma's just lying in bed. And sure enough, right soon, there's a knock at the door. And Claude said, "Come in, what you stay outside for?" And in walked Cajun and Petite Rouge Riding Hood, and they look at Grandmere, and she don't look too good. Petite Rouge said, "Grandmere, your face, it's all green, and your skin got them bumps. Now what do that mean?" She's like, "Ooh wee, Grandmere, you be looking rough." Old Claude make a smile, and he say, "It's that flu. It make me green with them bumps, and that's for true. Why don't you come closer, 'cause I want to see all that good food your mama done cook for po me." Petite Rouge Riding Hood and Tejon the cat, they take a step closer from where they was at. Petite Rouge say, "Grandmere, I know you've been sick, but I think my eyes be playing on me a trick. Your mouth kind of big, your nose kind of long, and I've got me a feeling that something bad go wrong. I be rubbing my nose with them tissue," said Claude, "and my nose look funny 'cause I rub it too hard." So Petite Rouge is like, "I don't know if you're my Grandmere. Now, come one step closer," said Claude, kind of sweet, "'cause I thinking that maybe it's about time to eat." Petite Rouge and Tejon get up real close. When Claude smiled, Tejon turned white as them ghosts. Petite Rouge say, "Grandmere, your teeth big and white, and Tejon and me know that something ain't right." And that's when Claude laughed, and he say, "Oh, mais oui, it ain't right for you, but it's sure right for me." Uh-oh. So they realize what happened now. Claude drove off them seat. Petite Rouge shout, "Ah oui, it's that gator who wanna make lunch out of me." Claude crawled out of the bed and onto the floor. Then Petite Rouge know she got some trouble for sure. But Tejon the cat, y'all, he know what to do. He's smart for a cat. Yeah, you know that's for true. When Claude turned his back, Tejon run to the table and jump up on top just as fast as he's able. He find him the bottle that say red hot sauce. Then he reach back his arm and he give it a toss. He see Petite Rouge catch the sauce in her hand. Then he pull out that basket, a piece of boudin. Uh-oh. So they're going to take that hot sauce and do something. Let's see. He tossed that boudin just when Claude start to hiss. Tejan cross his finger and hope he don't miss. Petite watch that boudin come fly through the air. Then she reach up and catch it. But guess who right there? That's right, it was Claude. Petite Rouge knew one thing. Oh, Claude's mouth ain't open because he likes to sing. She take that hot sauce out, and before you can count to 2, she soaked that boudin with that sauce. True and true. She shoved that boudin right in front of Claude's nose. Just about the time Claude done snap his jaw closed. He think he done bite Petite Rouge Riding Hood, and at first Claude be thinking she tastes pretty good. But then he stopped chewing and closed both his eyes, then sit up and think maybe he gonna die. He make them backflip cause that boudin so hot, and the next thing you know, his tail tied in them knot. He dance all around. He don't know what to do. His mouth feel like fire. His nose burning too. So they soaked that boudin with some hot sauce, and he took a big old bite out of it. So into the swamp with his mouth open wide, Claude jump in that water to cool off inside. And then from that closet, Grandmere, she peek out because she want to see what be making Claude shout. And when she see Claude in that swamp jumping around, she come out the closet and dance up and down. Then Grandmere, Tejan, and Petite Rouge Riding Hood be roll on that floor, and they laugh they self good. So they tricked him, and there's him soaking his nose in the water. And there they are, cackling, having a good time watching Claude suffer. Then Grandmere stand up and she dust off her clothes. She say, "Whoo, that food sure smell good to my nose. Now pull up some chair and let's take a look at all the good food your mama done cooked." And soon they all eating that shrimp etouffee, boudin, and gumbo with lots of filet. So they're having a feast. Look at Tejan. Oh my goodness. And when they are through, Petite Rouge tell Grandmere, "Go sit yourself down in your big rocking chair." Grandmere, she sit down with Tejan on her lap, and soon Petite Rouge and them all take nap. And folks in this swamp say that sometimes they see old Claude hanging around that old stump of a tree. So there they are taking the nap. And here is Claude. "Don't feed this gator. No feed gator. No little Cajun girls allowed. Please don't feed alligator. No Grandmere, no little girls, no cats." Cause Claude, that old gator, he finally cooled down. But when he see people now, he don't come round. Old Claude reckon people would be too hot to eat. He don't know that the hot sauce done made all the heat. Old Claude, he been tricked, so it worked out all good for Tejan, Grandmere, and Petite Rouge Riding Hood. All right. So that was our story, and we will read another story, I think on Friday, and it will take us to a different place. But today we went to Louisiana. We read a story about Petite Rouge Riding Hood and Claude and Grandmere and Tejan the cat. It took place on the bayou. And if you check out the event page or the link below, I will put that website that shows you how they got inspiration to make some of the story and the illustrations and the characters and all that stuff. So anyway, well, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you soon. Bye.